God of War. So here we are continuing our life in the realm of the elves, and we just fought a whole lot of enemies in the last video, and now we're going to go into these sort of side areas. So there's going to be quite a few of these in this area where they have kind of these 3 rooms, and sometimes you can open them, sometimes you can't. In this case we can in fact open them, and I think there might be a Draugr or 2 on the inside. Not too big of a deal to deal with, but there's going to be a couple of items and also a chest over there, so there is one Draugr that can kill him pretty easily. And there's a chest there that to break open you're going to want to throw your axe in on the right side and then walk on over to the left side to the gate so you can bust open the weird tree growths at the same time. So looking around the room, just making sure there's nothing else, but over here what we're going to do is hold it to the right over there. You can destroy that first. That's kind of a good way to make sure you're going to get that when you call your axe back, and then you want to step over here and you should be able to break open both of them. Now it can take a couple of tries. For some reason that didn't work, so we're going to try it again here. Just throw it there a little bit more to the right side, I think is what I decided, and then we're going to come back, push triangle, get your axe back again. That one didn't work either because I wasn't standing far enough to the left. The axe is a very fidgety thing some days, but that's okay, so we're going to throw it there in the middle one more time, and I know we get it this 3rd time. A little bit more steps to the left, and there we go, gate is open. Then we can grab the chest, which I think has nothing particularly useful in it. Let's just see what it is in case it is. Yeah, no, it's not that useful. So, you know, a new weapon or a rune attack, you're going to find a lot of these. You can also start buying these from the dwarves pretty soon here, but there's not really going to be too many useful ones until later on in the game. That being said, though, you can upgrade pretty much every single runic attack that you get to be really useful, and there's going to be some that you'll learn as you use them that are going to be even better in certain situations than others, but that just kind of comes from playing the game. Kind of hard to talk about this early in a walkthrough, so I might make a couple of videos on best combat techniques later on, but that'll be way later. So anyway, the rest of this video is going to be a whole lot of fighting and a couple of puzzles. There's going to be another triple rune chest that I think we've pretty much gotten the basic idea for at this point, so obviously I will show where all 3 of those runes are, but I'm not going to bother talking over that. We also will be fighting an ancient boss fight at the end of the video, so I will start talking again once we get there.
Think that side hallway will get us to the temple?
We will find out.
Okay. Tricky. Very tricky. dog back there.
Oh,
I know Mother's voice better than anyone. It was her.
she is gone, boy. Speak no more of this.
Fine.
Boy! Fight! Run, boy!
No way across here. Too bad the witch's bowstring doesn't work anymore.
Atreus, follow me.
Sorry, I got distracted. Hey, you sure the witch is okay? I'd hate to think she died helping us.
She knew what she was doing.
Okay. Ugh, more of it.
If we cut enough away, the bridge above us should reappear.
Right.
Expect resistance.
Right.
Here's another time where we're going to be running into a boss fight. Now, it's kind of weird to call some of these boss fights just because we are going to see a lot more of these stone ancients as the game goes on. Just like we're going to see many more trolls and many more ogres, but the thing we aren't really going to see are the actual bosses, and there's not very many of those that we actually run into. So, like I said, at the end of this area, we'll be fighting that big horned guy, and the stranger that we fought at the beginning of the game I would consider a boss fight because we don't really fight him that often. And it's just kind of strange to call these boss fights. It's the only place I'm going with this. But anyway, we need to wipe out a few of these dark elves, and it is good to consider that you want to do as much searching around these areas as you can, just because you want to try to get all the chests and get some of the gems that you can socket into your armor, and some of the gems will give you reduced damage from dark elves. And I think it can stack up to like 36%, and by the end of the area we'll have 2 of them. So it can help quite a lot if you're having a hard time killing these guys. So here's a stone ancient. Now, the game's going to tell you that you need to attack him when his heart is open. The only real way to do that without getting destroyed this early anyway that I found was to throw your axe at the heart while he's blasting you with something. Now when you do that, this rock that we see there, those rocks are going to drop out. Now if you can get your controller to listen to you and pick them up and then throw them at him, then when his heart's open like that, you'll be able to do quite a lot of damage while he has one of his rocks thrown back at him. But they don't always work that way, because as we saw there, I was holding it and he was blowing up the rocks before he opened up his chest again. So it's something that you kind of got to be quick with and just really pay attention to, make sure that you can hopefully get lucky and time it that way. And if that doesn't work, you can use this rock in the middle like I'm doing and just sort of not get zapped by him as best you can and throw your axe at him while undercover behind that rock. You can't really block any of the attacks that this ancient has when he's using his melee attacks. I'm pretty sure they're all unblockable, and I think they're all eternally going to be unblockable, so you need to stay back and do most of your damage from afar. Atreus can't really do that much just because the ancient's made of stone. I mean, the arrows won't do a whole lot to him, but if you really got to do it the slow way like I'm demonstrating here, then you will eventually kill him with just enough hits with the axe. So that's kind of a cool thing that you can do if you want to make it easy. But like I said, all those rocks being thrown out of him, just go pick one up and hope that he opens up his chest before he blows them up, and hopefully he doesn't land right on top of them like he's done pretty much this entire fight. And then of course the game isn't going to be too nice to you. It's going to throw a couple of dark elves and darken the area around you once the Stone Ancient gets a little bit too low in life. Now I think the game mostly does this to give the weaker enemies a chance at dropping health supply, because your health might run a little bit low as we're seeing with me here. And I get pretty close to dying, but I don't think I actually die. So that was kind of nice. This is really one of the weirder places of the game where they throw a Stone Ancient at you, because you don't have that great gear and you don't have that many upgrades that can help with countering and all of that. These Stone Ancients later on become a heck of a lot easier, but this first one can just be a little bit difficult. So anyway, they did drop a couple of life drops from me, so I do pick all of those up. Just stay out of the way of the Stone Ancient, take as little damage as you can. I don't think that many more enemies get sent after you. I think it's just us and the Stone Ancient until he dies. So once he is done, that'll be it for this sort of mini-boss of the area. Then we'll get, I think, an Ancient's Heart, which are really useful for certain upgrades. And once that is done, that'll be it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.
Show me more focus. Watch our backs, boy.
Father, look up there. You're freezing at first. Smoke! That did it! We brought the main bridge back.
We must find a way up.